Hi, I'm Piers Ward, and today we're going to be talking about whether hanging back and not transferring your weight is causing your slice. This is a fantastic question. This is from Peter Engberg from Sweden, one of our members, and he's asked, and he said he's slicing the golf ball and hitting the ground before the ball. So he's hitting it fat and he's slicing it,
Okay.
and the reason causing this, he feels, is that he's hanging back, so he's not transferring his weight.
Okay.
So this is a brilliant question because they are very much all interlinked and they kind of happen as a result of each other's different things. So
Yeah.
can you just go through that, Andy, and what we see in that?
Yeah, I think
'Cause
this is, as you mentioned, it's a great question because the majority of people who struggle with golf, they struggle with hitting it fat and thin.
Yes.
And they slice it. So
Yeah.
if you struggle with this is going to be a great way for you to actually find out how to
Yes.
approach fixing these things. So first of all then, he's saying that he's hanging back. So let's just go through what hanging back is. So the top of the golf swing, hanging back is when we do not transfer weight and we hang back on the trail side. So you can see there, I'm sort of way back of my lead side there. I would actually like to see, we would actually like to see that we move towards the left side and that gets the weight shift into this lead side.
Yeah.
That really helps the contact with your irons.
Difficult to hit it heavy from there, absolute.
It is. So the key thing to understand here is that the reason that he's hanging back is due to the slice,
Yeah.
not the other way around.
Yeah.
So we always see that the majority of people will hang back to try and compensate or combat hitting that golf ball to the right. Now what he thinks he's doing is he thinks that he's slicing it because of his hang back,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's the wrong way around really. So the number one thing that we need to do first, Pierce, is that understand that the ball's going to the right.
Yes.
Okay. There is more than likely going to be a face issue.
Club face is
Face
the problem.
is going to be open. Okay, now if there's a face issue, then generally what do we see? We see there's a plane issue as well.
Yes.
So if there's a face issue, we see that the club generally will swing down over the top of the plane, okay, coupled with the fact that the face is open at impact as well, we'll see the ball slice off to the right. Now,
Okay.
in order to correct that, in order to try and straighten that up, we see then that the majority of people, in an effort to hit the ball straight, will hang back on their right side, maybe use a lot of hands as well, and that causes, or that helps create a straighter shot, but often leads to the ground first or even the thin shots.
Definitely. So you, as you said there, Andy, the hanging back gives you a bit more time to square the face up, because if you can shift your body over here, then you've got more chance of closing the face and squaring it up, and also you've got more chance of swinging the club to the left. So if
Yeah.
you can swing the club to the left more, then it's going to help you at least start the ball to the
Yeah,
left,
exactly.
and then it allows for the 30 yards of slice. So by actually transferring your weight forward, unfortunately, Peter, that probably isn't going to be enough. So obviously he's asked for a drill to stop the hanging back so he can stop his slice and his fat shots. But actually, if we were to give you, and this is why you've probably tried drills and they haven't worked, if you work at not hanging back and transferring your weight, you're still going to slice it.
Even more so.
Yeah, even more so. You may not hit the ground as much, so you may not hit the fat shot as much, but you would, as Andy said, you would slice it more.
Yeah, so I think the key thing to understand here, guys, is if you're slicing and hanging back or hitting the
Yeah.
ground first, the number one thing you need to do is, first of all, I mean, we always say, look, first of all, go and check the grip.
Yeah.
Make sure the grip is in the right place. So go to our other videos on the website or on YouTube, and you'll see we've done plenty of these. If you get the grip right, it's going to make a big difference. But you then need to attack to see if the club face and swing plane are on the right path, if you like. So we need to make sure the club face and the swing plane
They're
are
more
pretty good.
matched up, isn't it, Andy? We
Yeah.
want to get that. So we often see the face, if the face opens in the backswing then you've got to make sure the face is a little bit square in the backswing. And once you can then control the club face, then as Andy says, then you've got more chance then of getting the path going more out to the right. Now once you get the path going out more to the right, it's going to be a lot easier for you then to transfer your weight. So you can see the order we've gone in. Make sure the grip is good. Make sure your club face is good throughout the backswing and downswing. Then you can attack your path, and then you can attack your hanging back.
Yeah, definitely. So I think this is more of a video to educate you in the order that you need to do. And so many times we see people come, they're trying to fix a symptom
Yeah.
of a fault. Now what we need to do is attack the fault first.
Yeah.
So change the ball flight, we can then fix the symptom, with
Yeah.
the symptom in this case being the hanging back. So it's really crucial you understand how to actually change your golf swing. This is what we're doing every day. So if you go ahead and attack the fault, which is the slice, get the plane and the face doing a good job, you can then move on to the hanging back.
Definitely. And I think what we've done is with what we've done with the YouTube, we very much wanted to put out there as many tips and videos to help people. But what we've done with the website is we've wanted to give you more of this scenario. So we actually want to get you so you can actually totally understand what the fault is, and then the action plan on how to attack that. I always, if I want to change something, I need a route. I need a process to go through that. So if you go to our game analyzer on the website, what will happen is you'll tell them the analyzer that you're slicing it and you're hitting it fat, and then from there it will give you the faults relative, but it will give you them in order. So it will make sure that you work at getting the face squarer, number one, through the accuracy section.
Yeah.
Then it will work at getting the path better. Brilliant. And then it will work in the contact section. It'll work at you eliminating the hanging back and getting your body shifting through. So simply by answering 5 questions, you'll probably get a minimum of 3 drills that you can implement in time order, which is then going to help get rid of that slice and do it the correct way. So when when you get rid of it, it's gone for good. Because that's what we want to do, isn't it? Don't want to just get rid of it, for the one game. We want to, with the game analyzer, get rid of that slice forever.
And so many people, I know we're talking a lot here about it, but so many people sort of say, well, I'm struggling to sort of shift my weight. When I hit a good shot, I'm shifting my weight.
Yeah.
Surely that should be relatively easy to do. It just shows that the reason that you're not shifting weights is because you're trying to compensate for something in your golf swing. It's very rare that we see someone who hits the golf ball left who doesn't shift their weight.
Definitely.
They can work very hard at it.
Yeah.
So I think as long as you understand the process, fix the slice, then fix the hanging back, it's going to be so much easier to change from
If
there.
you've got a closed club face, like Andy says, which is the exact opposite of that, you're generally very good at shifting weight and generally don't hit it that fat. Okay guys, a long video there. I hope this makes sense to you. It just gives you an insight on what we do when we see someone and when they're coaching. So Peter, I hope this helps give you a little bit of information on the order in which you need to attack and get rid of the slice and the fat shot. So you need to go through that order. As I said, just recap it, make sure the face is good, then you can work at the path, then you can work at the hanging back.